During this video, you will find out what the price of Bitcoin will do in the next period, which will be the next all-time high, whether or not we will have another one in this bull market, and most importantly, when it will take place. These are just some of the secrets that I will share with you. But at the beginning, some technical details. I promise not to bore you too much. First of all, I want to wish you a happy halving day! Even if this video shows up a few days after the famous event, the topic's still hot and we still have a long time to wait until the next one. As you've already seen from the title, this was only the fourth halving in Bitcoin history, the previous ones being in 2020, 2016, and 2012. The frequency of this event is approximately every 4 years. The exact date of the next halving for Bitcoin is determined by its protocol, namely validated blocks. In the case of Bitcoin, halving occurs every 210,000 mined blocks. Since the time required to mine 210,000 blocks can vary depending on how quickly the blocks are validated, the exact date of the next halving may not be well known in advance. However, given the current rate of mining, we can make a rough estimate of when the next halving will happen, and we can assume that it will happen in 2028. Until then, however, we can expect a crazy bull market soon, in which we can take big profits, and a bear market, which we will have the opportunity to reinvest what we won in the bull run, and we will immediately talk about what I expect to happen. The Bitcoin halving is, as I said, a scheduled event in its protocol that happens approximately every 4 years. During the halving, the rewards for miners validating new blocks is halved. Specifically, the number of bitcoins a miner receives for each mined block is cut in half. The halving has a significant impact on the supply of bits, reducing the rate at which new coins are issued. This is critical to reducing inflation and maintaining Bitcoin's value over time. The halving may also have an impact on the price of Bitcoin. Many investors and analysts speculate that the reduction in the mining reward could lead to an increase in the price, as the decrease in new supply can lead to a relatively higher demand relative to supply, which could lead to an increase in value. However, this is not guaranteed, and the price of Bitcoin can be influenced by a variety of factors. However, referring to the short history of Bitcoin, we can draw some conclusions. Next, we will analyze the evolution of the price at each halving. Namely, we will compare the Bitcoin price 1 year before and after each halving. In 2012, following the first halving, the price of Bitcoin increased spectacularly in the previous specified range, reaching the level of 37.425%. At the next halving, the one from 2016, analyzing the same interval, we observe an increase in 784%. And at the last halving, the one from 2020, the increase was 713%. We can observe following patterns: the fact that after the first halving, the growth was monstrous, and then, due to the higher capitalization required, the impact of the following halvings was limited to values of over 700%. If the trend continues after this cycle, we can expect a return of around 750%. I don't expect the return to be lower than that, considering the spot ETFs on Bitcoin have already been approved, both in the USA as well as Hong Kong. We will talk about that right away. Currently, we have a Bitcoin return for the last 365 days of approximately 125%. I expect a price for Bitcoin in 12 months of approximately $180,000. Until now, the pattern repeats itself perfectly. Of course, this target can be influenced by several powerful factors that cannot be predicted, but we will definitely see values between $150,000 and $200,000 for one Bitcoin. My plan is to gradually start selling Bitcoin starting from $100,000 and up to the value of $200,000, even if I don't manage to sell everything, because the price won't reach there. The important thing is to do DCA on the sale and get an average price as high as possible. I'm going to start buying Bitcoin and other currencies again, obviously still doing the DCA, when Bitcoin will reach below 100,000 again, and I estimate that it will reach $50,000 to $60,000 in the next bear market. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs in the US and Hong Kong was significant for the crypto market and may have several long-term consequences. Increasing institutional adoption. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs may encourage more financial institutions to enter the crypto market. These ETFs provide an easier and more convenient way for institutional investors to access Bitcoin without directly owning the digital currency. Increase in trading volume. ETFs can attract new capital flows into the Bitcoin market, which could lead to an increase in trading volume and liquidity. More liquidity could reduce long-term price volatility. Growing mainstream acceptance. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs means that the cryptocurrency is gaining some form of recognition and validation from regulators and financial institutions. This could help increase the general acceptance of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Potential for price growth. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs could create additional demand for the cryptocurrency, which could lead to long-term price increase, especially if institutional investors diversify their portfolios with Bitcoin. Impact on global regulation. The approval of Bitcoin ETFs in major jurisdictions such as the US and Hong Kong could influence other countries to consider regulating and approving financial products related to cryptocurrencies. The situation seems optimistic for crypto in the long term, and we have chosen to celebrate this important event in the industry by changing the company logo. Please tell us in the comments if you like our new logo. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss the next important videos, but most importantly, share this video with all your friends. They will thank you when they sell Bitcoin at $180,000 in a year. Until next time, take care of your money.